have to hold yourself accountable, and that's what I'm gonna do in this video. It's weekend right now, and yesterday and this morning, I've been wasting a bit of time. I wasn't as consistent as I usually am during the weekdays, and I feel like my mind is still ingrained that once it's weekend, it's time to chill, and you can kind of relax and not work as hard. And I don't know how I still got that belief inside of my mind, but somehow I still have, because it all starts with not going to bed at the same time. I usually go to bed around 9. I've told you that a bunch of times, showed you in the videos, but these two past days I've only got to bed at 11:30 in the evening, so it's literally 1.5 hours later. And what does that translate to? Well, obviously I can't wake up as early as I usually do, which is around 5 a.m. And of course I was also planning to like sleep 1 more hour, because I have to like be ready again for waking up at 5 a.m. because it's like I want to also sleep so my body is completely rested. So in the weekend I say I can sleep 1 more hour than usual. And then I wake up. I don't do like the routine as I usually do, but I do the habits that I'm supposed to do in the morning as I planned. And then the moment that I don't have anything to do, I start watching something on my phone. And I'm not scrolling, which is something that I'm proud of. I didn't scroll in these short form videos. I watched some longer videos, but I still just, like, it was just like some dumb videos. Like, they didn't have any value towards anything in my life. So, I'm kind of hitting myself in the head with this. And I'm trying to find a way that I can overcome this. And next time it becomes a weekend, that I won't have these problems again. And I'm not saying this because I was like completely unproductive, because yesterday I also filmed and edited a video and I did all of the habits. Like I trained and all the stuff that I was supposed to do, I did all that. But I just also fucked up with my routine. And I feel like it's important for me to realize that routine is what will do it. And even though I say it in my videos, sometimes you can forget your own principles, which is what I did here in the weekend, because routine was what got me to where I was. And then when you don't have a routine, then you're kind of like thinking about, what should I do now? And I'm slowly starting to realize that the more routine I also have on the weekends, and the more I know exactly what I'm going to do at what time, and if I can do that, then I will become productive also in the weekend. And I think that the main reason that I got out of routine is actually because I went to bed a bit later than I was supposed to. And you can say that, oh yeah, but you also want to have weekend. Yeah, sure. But I feel like I should still stay true to myself, because I feel like this, actually I feel bad because I had done this, and I'm not going to sit here and talk badly about myself and make it even worse. But when I'm literally indulging in those things, I feel worse. Like I'm feeling uncomfortable while doing it, so I can't even enjoy doing the instant gratification activities, because I'm just uncomfortable while doing it, and then I end up doing something productive because I start disliking myself for doing that. But in this video I'm showing you how I also make mistakes, and you might think that, oh, because I've done it for like 1.5 years, self-improvement, maybe even 2 years, then I'm like perfect and don't mess up. This is a clear example that everybody will mess up, and I still do. And once you mess up, don't try and deny it and just put it away. Actually, think about it, talk to yourself about it, realize what the mistake was and how you can correct that mistake. Because if I'm not gonna sit here and make this video and talk to you about how I'm gonna go on from this and learn from my mistakes, then I'll keep on doing that mistake and I'll never progress. And that's probably what you're doing right now. You don't want to tell the truth to yourself. You keep on lying and saying that, no, it was part of the plan, right? But it never is. Like, you said to yourself you were going to stop doing these things, and then you're here again doing it. And yeah, I also say to myself, I'm not the guy that does that. But sometimes you will experience failure, and you just have to know how to get out of that and how to overcome your failures. And in this video, I'm taking accountability for that, because I'm the only person who can do that. There is no like coach who's watching me at all times, sitting in the corner of my room looking at me, telling me, oh, don't do that, don't do procrastination. So I'm just trying to, of course, both for my own benefit and also for your benefit, because even though you might not get helped so much by what I'm saying right now, you'll understand that next time you make a mistake or you fuck up or whatever it is, then you can help yourself get out of it and actually say to yourself, okay, I failed, it's okay, I'll learn from my mistakes and I'll go on with life. And a lot of people, when they fuck up, they'll get discouraged because they're like, oh, then I can't do it, I'm just gonna stop and go back to my own life, this doesn't even work, I'm just completely screwed over now. And they'll stop doing everything and they'll go into this rut. And now they'll feel even worse because they know that what they could be doing. And when I experience stuff like this, it doesn't mean that, you know, the rest of the day and for tomorrow I'm just going to do that again because I'm like, oh, this doesn't work. Because I know that you can't do the perfect routine all the time. You will make mistakes, you will experience failure, that's part of life. You will experience the bumps that there is on the road. But the point is that you just have to keep going, because if you don't, if you're not going to keep going, then how are you going to progress if you can't just go back? So I'll just say to myself, I learned from this, and then tomorrow I'll stick to the routine again. It's the same. It's not like I change up when things go bad. That's the dumbest thing you can do, is to change your plan when things are going worse. Just stick to it. If you haven't been doing what you were supposed to do, the best thing you can do is just to try to stick to what you said you were going to do. Because when you're having a good time, when you're productive and stuff, and you say to yourself, I'm going to do this the next hour or for tomorrow, right? You're saying that while having a sense of clear, you're clear in your head, you have a clear mind, you understand what is productive and what isn't. When you feel emotional, that's not the point where you should be telling yourself what to do. You should do what your more clever and more clear-headed younger self said to yourself that you were going to do. Because I have changed up my mind and changed my plans times before when were in this state, and that didn't help. You just have to apply some stoic mentality and say to yourself, okay, I commit to understanding that this was a mistake. I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to continue doing my routine, and now I know how to stay out of that failure if I could be, tempted to fall into that trap again. So now you've watched me telling this, and I'm not proud of this. It's hard to say this to you literally, all of the internet could watch this if they wanted. Me telling out to you that I've failed. I'm literally basically telling you I'm a failure because I failed this. But I know that I'm gonna get back. I already am. I'm already back on track to where I was right before, and I'm gonna slowly build the momentum and get back to where I was. So there is no shame in admitting that you've made mistakes, because everybody does. And you're just a better man if you can actually say to yourself and acknowledge that you've made mistakes instead of trying to hide it away and not even learn from it. Because that's worse than literally telling yourself, and I'm literally telling the world right now that I have committed to doing these bad habits and it was a mistake and I'm going to try to learn from it. If you can actually say that to yourself and get over with it, then life will be way easier, because you're not always jumbled in your mind thinking about the dumb stuff that you've done. You'll have it written out on paper, or you'll have it spoken out of your mouth as I'm doing right now. So that would definitely help you. You're clearly interested in self-improvement videos just like this one, so go down and click the subscribe button. It's a win-win for me and you. You get the knowledge and I get to teach you. And remember to put one foot in front of the other.